Hello. A very stormy spell of weather on the way for Spain in the next 24 hours. The Spanish Met Service have named the storm Barbara, and there'll be some heavy rain here. Further north, this beautiful curl in the satellite picture is a low pressure centre that will run to the north of the UK in the next 24 hours. Barbara then chases up from the south across France towards the UK through Wednesday, eventually pushing wetter and windier conditions towards Scandinavia. We head to the southeast of Europe, and for the Greek islands it's looking pretty showery on Wednesday. The potential for some very heavy rainfall actually for the likes of Crete, and showers breaking out across western Turkey too. For the Balkans, a good deal of sunshine for Italy, Sardinia, Corsica and the Balearics. But even behind Barbara, the threat of some showers remains across Spain and some wetter weather pushing into Portugal. By the time we get to Thursday, the showers work their way further eastwards into many parts of Spain, in fact, and then we'll see some wetter weather again pushing its way up across France into the Low Countries. And for Scandinavia, this area of low pressure brings more wet and windy weather, and we'll see that weather front pushing all the way across towards Moscow. So, for Oslo, pretty mixed conditions in the next few days. It's on the milder side, yes, but there will be spells of wind and rain to contend with. For Moscow, our temperatures leap with the showers around on Friday, but cooler again for the weekend. Hello. Some cold air digging down across the plains of Canada into the northern plains of the US will also usher in some snowfall through Tuesday, perhaps 5 inches possible, stretching out of Manitoba through North Dakota and eventually getting across towards the west of the Great Lakes. Certainly below average temperatures for Winnipeg on Tuesday, and then further south this band of showers could be quite heavy and thundery. Still some heavy rain for southern Florida. Further west, and some thicker cloud will also bring rain into the coast of British Columbia, and some snow further east will make its way into Alberta. Once we get to the south of this weather system, we're back into this big pocket, if you like, of exceptionally warm weather sitting across the southern plains, extending into the desert southwest, again above average temperatures in the coming days. Some very gusty winds too, and the fire risk for many remains high or critical. Across to the east coast we go. It's looking pretty wet and windy through the Canadian Maritimes on Tuesday. Some showers extending as far south as New York. A little bit more cloud feeding into the coast of the Carolinas, but it's Florida in line for the majority of the showers. Once again, perhaps quite isolated in Jacksonville. They look like they'll be coming in quite thick and fast though, again for Miami. And the prospects here, even on into Wednesday and Thursday, are looking very wet. Hello. Unseasonable heat continues for parts of Paraguay and Bolivia for the next couple of days. But for northern Argentina, it is now cooler. This front has pushed in from the south, bringing in rain and cooler conditions from the south. Further north, quite a few showers across southern Brazil for Tuesday. To the north, considerably drier. That is until we look towards the northwest of the continent. And then we meet up with the showers, which are really coming together now to actually give longer spells of rain for Venezuela, Colombia, all the way down into northern Peru, and there is the risk of some flash flooding here. In contrast, through the Amazon basin, actually a little drier than we'd anticipate, and an elevated fire risk. Not a cloud though for Carvelas, and we'll see, I think, a few showers for Rio, some more persistent rain on the tail end of that front through the River Plate region. For Buenos Aires, still looking wet on Thursday, but the end of the week drier, and consequently it becomes a little warmer as well. Plenty more showers to come though for Caracas in the coming days. Some scattered showers across southern Mexico. Further north, largely dry and temperatures above average. A lot of wet weather on the way for Cuba and Jamaica as we look at our forecast for Tuesday. Also further south for Costa Rica and Panama. We're just keeping a close eye on the western end of the Caribbean for some signs of tropical development in the next 48 hours. At the moment, the probability is looking fairly low, whereas the probability of rain for Havana and San Jose is high. Hello. Weather catch-up time for Africa and the Middle East. And generally we're looking at slightly quieter than average rains across the equatorial belt of Africa at the moment. Although I think we will see the return of some heavier downpours to the Rift Valley in the next 4 or 5 days or so. Some thicker cloud to the east of South Africa, feeding up into southern Mozambique. A few showers are possible here. To the southwest, plenty more sunshine for Cape Town and some warmth as well. Front coming into the far northwest of the continent, though, will drag some much chillier air into Morocco. We'll see temperatures tumbling down here. For Cape Town, the potential of up to 27 degrees on Thursday. For Arusha and Nairobi, dry, I think, until we get to the weekend. There's that cooler air, though, feeding into Casablanca and Marrakesh, and some showers, which could be heavy and thundery at times. Head further north now to the Middle East. It's a pretty quiet weather story, as you'd anticipate. There are some showers at the eastern end of the Mediterranean, but it looks at the moment like they'll largely peter out before they even get closer to the likes of Syria or the Lebanon. And to the southeast, we have got a little area of low pressure in the Arabian Sea. At one point, it looked like it could feed some showers towards the coast of Oman. But again, at the moment, it looks like they will steer clear, and there's a lot more dry weather to come in our forecast. Hello. We have further wet weather on the way for central India through the next 24 hours. This area of cloud is an area of low pressure that's pushed onshore from the Bay of Bengal and will bring more intense rainfall to Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and parts of Karnataka Tuesday into Wednesday. We're also, though, anticipating some heavier showers along the length of the Western Ghats through the middle part of the week. The low to the east will track its way northwards by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, beginning to target its wettest weather towards southern Bangladesh and the northeast of India. Heading further north for Kazakhstan, all the way down into Afghanistan and northern Pakistan, it's looking pretty mild for Wednesday. But this band of cloud is a cold weather front that, as it digs its way south, will change all of that very dramatically through the latter parts of the week. Some heavier showers are possible for the Maldives in the next few days, and some heavier downpours across Sri Lanka. By Wednesday, perhaps some of the heaviest rain just pulling away from central India, but then that tendency to see that low bumping up the amount of rainfall pushing in to southern Bangladesh. So for Mali and Colombo, showers on and off through the next few days. For Calcutta, it's looking pretty wet as well. A lot of fine weather for Tashkent and Nur Sultan, but temperatures certainly considerably lower behind that weather front. Hello. Vietnam has been inundated with heavy rainfall this month. October has seen 2 tropical storms already make landfall, and there is a third waiting in the wings. This is Saudal, which will bring strong winds, a big storm surge and heavy rain to the Philippines on Wednesday. At the moment, the forecast track then has it out into the South China Sea through Thursday and then making landfall into Vietnam on Friday. Further north, we have a band of showers set to swing across the Korean peninsula, making things more unsettled here on Wednesday. Quite a lot of fine weather across central and eastern China. The monsoon showers perhaps backing off a little for Vietnam through the middle of the week, ahead of that spell of heavier rainfall on the cards for Friday. So for the Philippines, we are talking about some very heavy rain, widespread on Wednesday, and then breaking up into showers later on in the week. And then that heavier rain moves towards Vietnam as the week ends and we move to the weekend. For Australia, a lot of fine weather, yes, but these showers set to target the east coast through the latter part of the week are going to be very potent. A lot of humid air getting dragged in here. Intense thunderstorms to come initially for Queensland, then extending further south into New South Wales and Victoria. Showers for New Zealand largely confined to the north of the North Island on Wednesday, but I think as we get towards the end of the week and on into the weekend, things will become more unsettled to the south.